Hello everybody, welcome back to my first video in like 3 months. It'll be longer by the time this actually gets uploaded because I have to edit it and do all that nonsense. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to go over everything that was done to this go-kart that brought it from the shitty little pedal cart that it was before to the kick-ass Honda-powered motorized one that it is now. And now all of this is just speculation on what I think went down because I wasn't there for at least 98% of this project. So I don't know majority of it. I'm just going to assume what happened and tell you what I think went down. And then I'm going to put the chain back on and then we'll maybe take it for a spin as part of the video, because the channel really hasn't seen a lot of this thing, considering this is like one of the main aspects I would have hoped of my channel, but you know, it hasn't been featured very much at all. So yeah, this is what's going on in this video. So stay tuned or click off and go watch an actual YouTuber who makes better content. That was way off. Alright, now we're gonna start going over what has actually been done to the go-kart, okay? So, we'll start first of all with things that got, like, cut or changed. So obviously, there's nothing down here anymore where the pedals were. Pedals are gone. I actually don't even know where they are. Not a clue. The fenders, I believe, got cut off based on, like, you can see that they're welded back on. So I believe the fenders got cut off. What else is there? There's that. Oh yes, of course, this gap here for the giant sprocket, which connects the axle to the rest of the go-kart, or to the wheels and whatever the hell, that was cut so that there was room for that. I don't know, I really think that's it for stuff that got cut. I mean, both fenders got cut off. You can see this one's like that too. I think that's it, honestly. I can't think of anything else. Now we'll move on to the stuff that got welded. Before that, I forgot to mention, there actually used to be like a little gear selector on the brake lever of the go-kart. It was in the original clips. If you go back and watch that video, you can see it, or maybe I'll put a clip up here. But that also got removed, and the different bike handlebar grip got put on instead. That was really bad. Now, for the stuff that got welded, obviously these giant floor panels here, these were welded onto the main frame of the go-kart. Then obviously the part that keeps the throttle cable in place also welded to the frame. The pedal itself isn't welded, but the piece that keeps the pedal in place is welded. There's actually nothing up front. Like, the front fifth of the cart is still completely stock, except for the lights. The lights are something that we've added after the fact, because the first time I was driving this was on Halloween, pitch black outside, so we did add the lights for a little bit of a safety measure. I actually have a second set of them, so I will eventually get those on the cart. So we'll have 2 taillights and we'll have 2 headlights, but I don't know what I'm going to do for the headlights. I feel like if I put them there and there, then they'd be too separated, and it would be like a cross-eyed go-kart, and it would look all weird. I don't know. I don't see myself driving this too much at night anyways, but yeah. As for the rear, the main part of the go-kart where shit got welded, the sprocket may have been welded to the axle, I'm not sure. Obviously the rear fenders got welded there once again. I'm guessing the only reason that they stayed was for the brakes, because other than that, they're just cosmetic. They're not, like, they don't serve any other purpose. Although, they are pretty friggin' durable, because I can completely stand on it. Isn't that neat? So yeah, they're pretty good. You can actually stand. Sorry, I wanted to go on a little joyride there. They're pretty durable because you can stand on them. Anyways, other things that got welded to the cart. Obviously, the giant base that the motor sits on, that got welded. It was actually one of the first things. I was actually there for when this little piece was picked out, because I believe the first motor that they had, the one that was in this clip, if I have it, I'll play it here. The motor that was in this clip, it did not run like smoothly. It would die out after a little bit, so that's why they did keep it. And instead I got this motor, which we'll get to in a little bit. Other things that got welded, I don't know. I don't really know if there's much else. I mean, obviously that got welded. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really else here that I can think of. It looks like these metal pieces down here got welded. So I'm not sure what those are for. I guess they're to keep the axle in place. I mean, I don't know what the ground clearance was on this before. Like for this, I never checked. I can do the squatted truck guy thing where they go like this. So squatted. Oh my god. Yeah. Alright. Well, I think that's it for the welded stuff, really. Alright, watch this. This is the shot right here. Okay. Taking a freestyle. I can't dribble it because it's not going to come back up, but... And this is why I'm not in the NBA, and this is why I'm not going to go to the NBA. Mysterious tube. I don't know where it goes. For extra attachments, things, obviously, the lights are the main one. I don't know if you can still see. I can't really see my screen, so I don't really know what you guys are seeing. Anyways, we have that, and then we also have this. I believe this came from Amazon. It's a tensioner, because the chain loves to fall off, which is why it's currently on the ground. It's not even on the cart. That's why it's down there. And so that's one of the things I'm going to do, is I'm going to put the chain back on, and then we're going to take it for a little drive. Maybe. But, yeah, this got attached. We've had to mess with the tensioner a couple times, but look at how chewed up it is. The tensioner's only been on here for, like, a little bit. Like, now, it was driven quite a bit, and the little bit that the tensioner was on. So, yeah, that's that. Now, we're going to get to the most important part. This is the one. Watch this. Straight away. Nope. Nope. That was... Now, for the motor. This motor that is attached to the cart right now. Ow, that is really hot, and you're not even on. This is a Honda GX200. This is an actual Honda motor, built by Honda. Same Honda, VTEC, NSX, all those, same Honda. Now, you can go and you can actually buy these motors. There's a website for them. I'm not going to put it in the description because I don't care. You can go find it if you want one of these. I'm not going to go and do the research for you. So yeah, you can go buy these motors. There's a whole website. You can browse through and look at all the different options that there are. This one actually came with an electric start variant. This isn't it, obviously. It's got the lawnmower until it starts. Sometimes it does do that. It takes a little bit sometimes. But, you know, it runs pretty good most of the time. Especially during the summer. It starts up on the first try usually. So yeah, this is something I'm actually not sure This is the gas tank, obviously where the gas goes. This is the exhaust, and it says hot showed, which I didn't listen to, which is probably why it, I don't know. I don't know why it's hot, because it's not even on. Actually, no, it's just warm now. Anyways, as the 6.5 says here, this is about 6.5 horsepower, and you think 6.5 horsepower? That's a piece of shit. 6.5 horsepower isn't going to get you anywhere. Well, 6.5 horsepower is pretty kick-ass on this go-kart. And a lot of people are like, ooh, that much horsepower, that sucks. And then they'll like roll the car to show how light it is. I've engaged the brakes, which is why it's not going anywhere. But instead of doing that, I'll show you this way. Now the seat's not on here, so I'm cheating a little bit, but let me disengage the brakes. I can lift this entire thing off the ground. Not for long, because I'm not friggin' Prosper Fitness, but I can lift the entire go-kart off the ground. And yes, it is that light. Like, so yeah, 6.5 horsepower gets this thing moving pretty good. And this is why it has brakes, because sometimes it doesn't like to stop. Now, I also wanted to get some clips of this thing revving for edit, and I figured, what better time than the present, since the chain is off, and so it's not going to go anywhere if I do rev it. So yeah, we're going to get some clips of the, and you know, the engine's going to go, got to turn on the gas, do that. This might be the electric start variant, I don't know, it's got like a little switch here. Maybe it is, and I'm just stupid, and what it means is not the fact that you have to do this. Dude, this thing kicks ass. I can feel, if I put my hand here, I can feel the air coming out of the exhaust. Shit. Oh my god, I finally got the clip. I almost lost all my aura. That was a switch though.